Hey, Rebecca. It's super quiet in my house right now. I think my husband's taking a nap and I decided to sit down after our sermon this morning and do a page. So what's everyone else doing today? Hi, Nancy. I think my phone's all sideways again. I'm okay. I'm a little, I don't know. I'm a little contemplative today, if that's the way to say it. My phone keeps on changing the direction. I don't know if I can get it to cooperate. I finally ordered a clip of some kind that I'm hoping is going to help with these scopes, but I don't know, my phone just keeps on wanting to change back to the other orientation. Yeah, it goes back and then forth. Okay, well, hopefully it will stay. You should see how funny it is the way I have it rigged because I was trying to get the right angle. So I'm doing something, to describe moods. I'm doing something a little different today. I don't normally start in pencil. I thought, I know a lot of people start with pencil and I'm not typically like that. I usually just kind of wing it. So today I thought, well, I'll sketch it out in pencil first and see what happens. This morning in church, our pastor was preaching on 2 Timothy 4, and I sat with my notebook, and yes, you, I sat with my notebook and I doodled out a barbell and wrote Godliness in it, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do this in my Bible. So I came home and that's what I did. That's cool, Nancy. Was it one of your tags with the little shaker card things? I think that's what you shared recently. I'm just going to trace here while you guys are chatting and asking me questions. Oh, that's cool. Hi, Steffi. Thank you. You know, in a world that is so focused on physical exercise and physical fitness, I think we kind of forget that that's really not the most important thing. Yes, thank you, Becky. Thanks for telling me all about the Zig Rider. Here's my little Zig Rider that I got. Thanks to Becky and her influence. She's quite an influence on me, actually, as you can tell probably, because I mimic some of her things and styles and whatnot. This is a little bit weird of an angle for me. Oh, that's cool. How awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you had your first sale. That is always exciting. Now, I have not prepped my page in any way, so I'm really hoping that when I go over this with some color... Thanks! I actually hand lettered the whole thing myself. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to add color, hopefully after I do all this pen work. I'm really hoping that it's going to cooperate. I'm so shaky though. Like even when I trace, I feel like I'm super shaky. Thank you. I actually just started. I heard already done part of it. Oh, hello, hubby. Is that you? Did you take a nap? What? You and Fluff took a nap? Well, I'm scoping. Say hello to the ladies.
Hello to the ladies.
See, figures. It was so quiet, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll scope, and now he wakes up.
I'll get out of your hair.
Oh, no, you're fine. You can... There's not really anything exciting going on. I'm just tracing pencil. Yeah, no prep on this one. I just drew it all out in pencil, and now I'm just tracing with my pen. Mr. Sassy. Yes, he can be sassy, but he's really sweet too. My hands are so shaky. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like I can't trace this right, and my circles are getting icky. And yes, I did eat, Becky, so it's not that. She knows I don't eat right. That didn't get right. Oh well. Oh well, it is what it is. Too much Starbucks. You know what? That I don't know. That could be true. Maybe I had a little too much coffee this morning. I have been so tired lately. I don't know if it's the weather or what. You know, I actually start at the top, and I just kind of wing it. Yeah, I actually start at the top and I just kind of wing it. I don't always know how it's going to fit, and with this page, because I did start with pencil, I actually erased quite a bit. I drew out certain words in pencil, and then I was like, that's not going to work, and then I erased it and tried again. So sometimes I'll use a scrap paper, piece of scrap paper to kind of get an idea of how it's gonna all fit. But that's not typically how I do things. I'm kind of more of a wing it type of a person. Yeah, I'm more of a wing it person usually, but I thought, maybe I'll see how I can do if I plan this out. So now I had already done this part when I first started, so I erased all of that before. So I'm just going to come in and lightly erase the pencil as I wreck my page. Yeah, I did arrows. Hi, welcome. Well, this one I didn't quite wing it. Thank you. I don't normally do the pencil stuff to start out, but I thought I would do that this time. Normally I Normally I really wing it. You guys should see. It's kind of a disaster. And my pages usually just keep changing and evolving as I go because I just don't know what I'm doing. And eventually it works itself out. Yeah, I noticed that too. I actually noticed that too. You're right. I do like that it doesn't do that. Spread the word group. I don't know. Is that a Facebook group? I'm in a ton of Facebook groups. I don't even know what they all are, to be honest. I don't know. That one doesn't sound as familiar to me, so I'm not sure about that one. Okay, so, and just in case anyone's curious to see, this is what it looks. Hello, happy Sunday to you. This is what it looks like on the other side. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll have to check that one out. Add that one to my list of many Bible journaling groups that I'm in. The pen, this is Zig Writer that I'm using. It's kind of nice because it doesn't really bleed through. I mean, there's a little bit of ghosting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's actually not too bad. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. This is the Zig Writer. It has like a fine tip, and then it has a chunkier tip. I really like it. Thank you. I will definitely check it out. I like this chunkier tip then too for like bigger letters and when you want to do bigger, like a wider font. So, okay, so now I have to figure out what I want to do for coloring this. I might actually use my watercolors to color in some of the letters. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, I only have, are you talking about the Zig Writer? I only have that one color. I should try maybe seeing if they have different ones. Maybe even, I don't know if they have different colors or different point sizes. Oh shoot, this is not the right brush. Hang on, ladies, I'm trying to find. My desk is such a mess right now, you guys. It's ridiculous. I'm really a messy crafter. Maybe this one will work. That's Rebecca. Rebecca Rios is her name. Oh, I can't decide what I want to do. If I want to do sponge the color on, some color on, or what? I think I will watercolor some color onto here. Yeah, in case anyone here does not know who I am, my name is Corinne Sutherland, and I'm actually the owner of Sweet and Sassy Stamps, and we have a line of Bible journaling stamps, which I did not use for my page at all, but Rebecca was just commenting about how she is a designer for us. She designs stamps for us, and her work is awesome. I love her stuff. So In fact, I tend to mimic her at times because I love her style. Her style is awesome. I'm just going to come in and thicken some of the lines on some of these words. So you might, if you might be chatting or asking me questions, and I might miss them because I'm not really looking at the comments at the moment. Oh yeah, definitely check ours out. We have a pretty nice selection of Bible journaling stamps. We've been in business for over 8 years. And when I started to learn more about Bible journaling, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I need to add Bible journaling stamps to our already Christian line of stamps. It was kind of a no-brainer. And we just started, I guess in the, well, late last year, I think is when we designed our first Bible journaling stamp set, or released our first Bible journaling stamp set. And since then, we have released a ton because they have just been very well received. So, yeah, so that's kind of cool. I'm doing a Periscope just in case you're wondering. Sorry, my son just popped in here. It's funny because my family, they just kind of come out here and they have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I'll just go over that since I goofed. Luckily, the black pen will probably go right over it. Sure, why not? Aw, thanks. Yeah, we're glad we decided to as well. And that's how I found Rebecca Rios and some of the other designers. Lucinda, I can't even think about how you say her last name now, but she's from the Netherlands, and she designed stamps for us, and I met her through the Bible journaling groups. And Krista Hamrick, who designs some of our really awesome stamps. I love her illustrations, and I found her through a Bible journaling group as well. So it was kind of cool just how many different people God allowed me to meet through Bible journaling. Okay, so there are a little bit of pops of bold with those letters. I think I like that a little bit better. And now I have to figure out what I want to do for the rest of it. This is the fun part. Oh my, trying to figure out how to color it. I guess we could do some gray maybe for the bar. I'm just using watercolors right now. I don't want, this is kind of dark, a little darker than I wanted. There we go. That's a little too much water. There we go. I'm not sure if it's out of focus for you guys or not, but on my screen it looks kind of out of focus, so I apologize if that is the case and it's hard for you to see. Yes, blotting with paper towels. Actually, that was a tissue, but same difference. Maybe I'll turn this light on. I don't know if that helps. Yeah, pixely. That's what I was thinking. I wonder if my connection's bad. I mean, it looks really clear on the screen that I'm videoing from. I actually have two different phones, and so my iPhone is the one that I'm doing the video from, or with, I guess, and then my Android phone is the one I'm watching from. So I don't know. I don't know what is going on, why it's pixely. Oh, yeah, I guess it could maybe be Periscope. I don't know. I might have to go over these lines again once I paint. I might even outline it in white. I don't know. Depends on what I decide. I don't normally color in with watercolors, so this is kind of new for me. Yeah, that's with my my iPhone. For some reason the focus goes in and out. It doesn't do that on my Android though. On my Samsung phone. So I don't know why it does that. Not sure. And I don't want to cover up the words here too much, so I'm hoping I can blot this away. These nice thin brushes are actually pretty good for painting inside small areas like that. Not something I do often. I'm going to blot away some of that, I think. Ooh, that blots a lot away. I will probably mess with that some more eventually. I just wanted to get some color on there. I don't know what colors to use. This is where I get, like, I have a hard time because I'm not really sure what I want to do, what colors I want to add. That's why when I do these scopes, I'm always like, well, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Rebecca, do you like have an idea of what colors you're going to do when you first start? Is that part of your planning? I need more Blue and orange for pops. Oops. Blue and orange, like, because I was thinking about sponging some color on here so that it's not all white, but I am not sure. Color Theory 101. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like, I throw rule books away when it comes to colors. I'm not very good about that. Oh, with a feeling. Yeah, see, I don't think about it that much. I don't get that much into it with the colors. I end up just I even change it kind of in between sometimes. Like my page that I did last night. Oh my goodness. I started with some colors and then I thought, oh, I want to add a little bit more color. Oh, and now I think I'll add a little bit more color. And then a different color. And then my page ended up being like a rainbow of colors. So you just never know. You just never know. Yeah, you do. Yeah, and see, like for me, when I get into that habit, I guess, of doing, thank you, you too. When I get into that habit of doing like the same colors over and over, then I'm just like, okay, this is getting boring. You know, I need to change it up some. So, yeah. Now I'm using my white Sharpie. This thing is like my go-to. I grab this thing all the time. I just love it. Oops. Sometimes I think the chalkiness of the paints can affect the paint that comes out of the pen. I don't know, I might just watercolor around that. But I don't know what color to do. Maybe a little bit of orange. Now you guys are probably freaking out because you're like, oh my gosh, she's just adding color onto that. But it's okay, because this is how I roll. This is how I roll. And since I can't sponge the color around it now that I've already started, I have to come in like this and do it. And we can see how it goes. I have way too much water on my brush right now. So we're just gonna whoosh that around. when you first watercolor in your Bible, like when you did it for the first time, sometimes you have a tendency to freak out a little bit because the water makes the other page, like the back of the page, not the other page, the back side of the page, like some of the words and stuff you see through and you're like, oh no, what did I do? And it's so great that when it dries, it's back to normal. I remember freaking out about that, thinking, oh my goodness, what did I just do to my page? Because you sort of can see the other words. But thankfully, once it dries, that goes away. Now, because I'm using watercolors over this, I'm going to have to go over the black again. But I just want to add a little bit of shading in here to kind of focus on the dumbbell. Or the barbell? I don't know. What do you call that thing? The weight? Barbell. Yeah, barbell, duh. I don't actually lift weights, so this is kind of a funny page for me. I don't know if I understand the question completely. Art or journaling. Do you mean before this page, or do you mean before I started Bible journaling? Thank you. Thanks. Wow, lots of hearts. Thank you. I'm going to use my heat tool for a second. Sorry, I got the noise. Now, because I went over that with the chalk, I'm just going over these letters again a little bit so that they're not so gray. So did anybody get all that snow yesterday? Do you live somewhere where you got snow yesterday? We got snow in Pennsylvania on April 9th. That is just crazy train. I was like, what in the world? Thankfully, it did not stick around because it's spring, y'all. I don't need no snow. I think it was a late April Fool's joke. Okay. Well, that helped a little bit. I just wanted to kind of put some color on that. And then I'll probably add a little bit of color with maybe some sponging. You got 1/2 inch of rain? Oh yeah, you guys needed the rain. Well, that's good. I'm glad you got the rain. I'm definitely glad you got the rain. I honestly don't even remember the last time that it snowed in April. And I've lived in Pennsylvania my entire life, so I honestly can't remember it snowing in April before. Okay, so just in case anyone's wondering, I'm adding a little bit of color with my sponge. This is a little dewdrop pad. This is Memento Dandelion ink. It's a fade resistant dye ink, so if you put a lot of the ink down, it can bleed through a little bit if you're not careful. But I just wanted to kind of add a little bit of color in here. And actually, I need to get my... Oh, sorry, I just bumped my phone. I'm sorry about that. Actually, this might not even work. Let me see if I can, because my phone is in the way of my page. My thing is too wide. Okay. Anyway, I totally forget what I was just saying. If anyone wants to remind me what I was just trying to say before I bumped my phone. You guys probably can't see now, so let me move that back out of there. Is that better? Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. Hi, Diane. I love those sponges too. They are awesome. Okay, so now I think what I might do is color in, maybe I'll paint in these words that are open. And I'm just being weird with the colors here. This is just going to be a very colorful page. Ha! No, I was not. I wasn't talking about being a queen of them. But I was probably talking about blending with them. I don't know. I can't even remember. That's how bad my memory is. It's pretty sad. I do love to blend with my ink pads and my sponge daubers. That's my favorite way to do backgrounds. Oops. Need more water. Yeah, so today when I got up and got ready for church, was getting ready for church, I was like, oh, the snow is gone. Yay, it got out of its system. And I wanted to put on a really pretty spring dress. And it was a new dress that I just got. And it's, you know, corals and yellows and some pinks and things. So really pretty springy colors. And then it dawned on me I should probably find out how warm it is outside, or how not warm it is actually, because it's a springy dress and it was shorter. And I yelled down to my husband, what's the temperature outside? It's 30 degrees. Ugh. So I took the dress off and put something else on, something warmer. But I'm really getting sick of it because I want to wear my spring dresses. I really do. Okay, so that is done. And now I have to figure out what I want to do. I know, that's the thing. They needed to be sweater dresses. It was like, holy cow, it's been so cold. And I think in March we actually had warm, like unseasonably warm weather. So I really think, now of course I'm teasing because I don't believe in Mother Nature or anything like that, but if I did, I would think she was bipolar right now because she's very confused about what temperature it should be. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to try to come up here and do this word. Yes, exactly. Bipolar Mother Nature. I don't believe in Mother Nature, but it is kind of funny. Oh, we'll make it like 68 degrees one day, and then we'll make it snow the next day. But I guess that's the weather in like certain states like Colorado and stuff. They get weather like that all the time, so it's just strange for us to get that in Pennsylvania. It's not typical. At least by now we're getting warmer temperatures in the 30s. I am using El Cheapo paints. They are the ones from Michael's for like $5. Seriously. El Cheapo. I think they're called Artist Loft, I believe. And I just have a really fine brush. Oops, I went out of the line a little bit there. Whoops. Okay, no problem. Go parent. Rock on. I totally get that. Okay, so there we go. Yes, exactly. $4.99. Yeah, these are chalky. They are chalky. That's the one thing I don't really care for about them. But I mean, I can deal. I can deal with it. No, they actually don't. Not that I've ever noticed. I do typically, when they're dry, I do typically run a, like a dry towel or, a dry towel or tissue, like even just a, Kleenex or something. Yeah. And then sometimes that's just what I'll use to get them, I don't know. I mean, because like right there, you can see there is some chalk on my finger. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. Do you mean the watercolor paints? Yeah, you're right. That is a little bit of a thing you have to watch for. I use the Zig Rider, Diane, and it's not too bad, but the chalk does, if you don't wipe it off first, then you will probably want to be careful with your pen. Like I'm just gonna, whoops, wrong tip. I'm gonna go over this, and what I've noticed is if I don't push really hard, Like, I'm not even really pushing when I go over that letter. Then I've noticed it doesn't really gunk it up near as much, I guess you could say. See, I'm just taking a paper towel, and you can see quite a bit of color comes off of there. But you can just rub that off if you don't want that chalky residue. Just rub it off a little bit. Yeah, like I kind of just very lightly, it doesn't even, almost doesn't even feel like I'm pushing at all when I go over it like that. So I think I want to add a little bit more color to this, but I'm not sure if I want to do, I don't know how this is going to go. Right, exactly. Exactly. I deal with it too for $4.99 because I'm just like, eh. I mean, maybe eventually I'll get myself a nicer set of watercolors, but for now, it works. It works. I'm going to test something out here before I do it on my page, so just bear with me a second, if you would. I don't think I like that color. Well, let's see. Maybe this one would be better. I'm just testing out some ink colors for sponging. I don't know if I like that any better. Maybe a little bit better. This is just like a green. I'm just very, very lightly going over this with a green, pale green ink. Yeah, I just joined my own scope, if you noticed that, because my phone decided to, or Periscope decided to boot me out. See, this is where I get a little crazy and I start just adding color. Yeah, thanks. Welcome back. Might as well just make it all kinds of colorful, since I've already sort of started doing that anyway. And I can hear my cat at the door trying to let me know that she wants to come in. So if you hear that scratching sound, that's just my cat. Excuse my hand, I'm sorry. My setup is really awkward, so. And I think I'm actually going to add a little bit of blue up at the top. What the hey? Let's make it a rainbow of color. Why not? We like colors, right? And I think I need to come back in with some more of that green because now I sort of covered it all up. Thank you. Thanks. Oops. I don't really want to go over that is very much with my sponging because I don't want to make it look muddy, I guess you could say. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot prettier now that there's color on it. There's just something about the white, just leaving it plain white, that I just can't seem to do anymore. I used to do that, but I don't know, I just have a hard time with that now. I'm just coming in with some orange. Cool. Well, good. Okay, so there's sort of a crazy page. They are very, very fun and easy. And I don't know if you can see now, because I did layer color on, like extra color, it is starting to shadow through here. I don't know if you can see that or not. But if you apply it lightly and don't layer the color on top, that won't happen. It's pretty forgiving. It doesn't really bleed through as bad. So anyway, and now I think I want to do some, I don't know, I think I want to do some extra thing. Oh, cool. There you go. What a coincidence, right? Now, I think I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here. This might bleed through a little bit if I do this, but I'm not going to stress too much about that. I just want this to stand out a little bit better against the pink. Sponging. So I think I'm going to just color these in with this marker. See guys, I told you, I change things as I go. So I'm just being a little bit crazy to darken this up a little bit. And this will bleed through some. Oh, it's not doing too bad actually. Maybe because I painted the watercolors first. Maybe that's why it's not bleeding. What brush is this? This is actually a Tombow. It's just a Tombow marker. The dual tip, I think it's called, maybe. It's got a really fine tip. And then the brush tip. So I was just coloring that in because it makes it pop a little bit more. I might actually do the same thing for the shore. I just have to get up and get my other pen or my other marker. Well, maybe. Will this one work? I'm not sure. Maybe this one will work. It's going to probably be pretty dark. This is also a Tombow dual brush marker that I'm using. Just to make these letters darker. Sorry about my hand being in the way. I'm actually kind kind of coloring at a strange angle for myself, so this is a little weird. There, that pops a little bit more. And I might go in and do a couple other little, add a couple little things. They do actually usually bleed, and see, like you can see it bled through a little bit there because I went a little too, I went over that a little bit too much. But I think because I painted in here, I painted the letters with watercolors first. So I kind of think that might have given me a little bit of a barrier, which is why it's not bleeding as bad as I would have expected it to bleed. So anyway, because I was a little surprised to see that it didn't bleed through. Yeah, I don't mind the bleeding too much. I mean, whatever I end up doing on this other page will probably cover that anyhow, so it'll be fine. No problem. I don't sweat the small stuff. So I think that's it, ladies. I think I will log off and maybe, I don't know, add some finishing touches. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet, but oh, really? Oh, that's cool. What kind of pens are they? I didn't know Sharpie had pens. I'm gonna have to check that out. Thanks for sharing that. Sure. Thank you. You too. Fine point Sharpie. Is that like the are you talking about like this kind of a Sharpie? Because this is what I use, my white paint pen. I use this a lot. And I know they do come in colors. Bye. Thanks for joining. Oh, it's something different? Oh, okay. You know what? Now that you say that, I think I did actually hear about those. I think I saw somebody share a picture of those. And they did have a lot of pretty colors in them. Cool. Well, I'll have to check those out. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Very cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I love that pen too. It's awesome. Cool. And if you guys ever want to watch any of my previous scopes, I do have a Catch account. So if you go to catchme, kath.me/snsskorin, you can catch all of my previous scopes past the 24-hour replay period. So if you guys want to check that out, you can see some of my other pages and things. All right, well, have a great Sunday. God bless.